Hey friends, as promised, I'm here to do a quick overview of the Hydrangea Blooms Border Maker cartridge and the leaves that go really well, the leaves punch that goes really well with it. I made a hydrangea that looks like this. I've seen multiple videos online on how different advisors are using this. But I just thought I would show you the way that I like to do it. There is no wrong way. Check out all the videos and see what you like best, but I'm going to show you how to use this one right here. Make this one. So I grabbed 3 pieces of cardstock from the coordinating cardstock pack for the Hydrangea Haven collection. So I have, this looks like avocado, baby blue, and I believe this is cornflower. So I just grabbed these. I know hydrangeas come in different colors. I kind of like the blues. You could do lavenders, you could do pinks, whatever you like. So I used the blues. This is as much as I cut out. So what I did from the Gemstone custom cutting system, I grabbed the big heart because you've got your 6-sided little space in the middle. I used the red blade on the inside of this one to make this shape as the bottom because I find it easier to build on something. And I don't always like to build on my layout in case I don't like it that much. I can't go back. So this way I can even make them ahead of time and hold them aside until I have the perfect place to put them and make my own little embellishments. So you can see on this one, the back side of that, that's what that is. So I use that as the base. And I cut, because this punch is embossing. I'll show you how I punched it. I tend to punch things upside down. So I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to punch it 3 different times. So I'm going to punch it, but I'm going to squeeze it a little because I want to make sure it embosses that leaf really well. And then I'm going to dump that out of there. Because this is an embossing punch, it tends to be a little thicker, and the shape does not drop out the bottom, it drops out the side. Because normally I would make sure I squeezed, turned it over, and let it fall out the bottom. So it doesn't get, nothing gets jammed up in there. So I'll do 3 of these. And like I said, I'm going to give it a little squeeze. And my little piece is in there somewhere. Oh, I got it out. And 1 more. All right. So that's all I need out of my avocado paper. And then I needed my cartridge. Now I don't need the guide that comes with the Border Maker system. I really didn't need to use it. And as you can see, I just went ahead and I punched across like this. And again, I did it upside down so I could see where I was punching to make the appropriately, so I didn't overlap. And I did that twice. And I did it twice on the, I believe this is, it's either songbird or cornflower. I did on both sides here to get as many as I possibly could. So I did end up with some leftover, but I used most of them on here. And you can see I layered it. So I'm just going to quickly show you how I layered it. The first thing I did was I put my leaves on. So what helped was to use the Precision Point adhesive or a glue pen. Was easier for me. You could use repositionable tape. That would be fine as well. But I'll use this for now. So you can put the leaves where you want. So what I actually did is I made sure you can tell which side is the top and the bottom. You can put some glue on the bottom here because I want it to hang off because I don't want to see a lot of this base. And I'll just put that on there, hold it for a few seconds, and then it will stay. And then one of the small ones, and I'm going to put it right next to it. And then I'm going to do it on the other side of the shape. just to kind of balance it out. Now I don't want to go, I want it to look a little offset, so I'm going to do this. And like that. Again, you can put as many leaves on here as you want, totally up to you. And then what I did is there's basically 3 sizes of the flowers in here. Let me grab all 3. That's not, maybe I don't have a middle left, but there's a small and a medium and a large. Actually, I have one over here of the medium, so I'll just show you what that looks like. This is if that was going to use 3. You could use 3 different colors as well. Okay, so what I would do is I would start out with the large color first. And what I did with mine is I just put some glue dots randomly around here just to make it quicker, because I don't like things to take forever. Pick up my largest ones and just stick them down. And, you know, choose your different colors. When I made this one, I only used 2 colors. I've got 3 colors to do this one, so I'm just going to show you what that looks like. So I'm just going to put some large ones down first. And just kind of randomly spread them around. Now again, I'm not going to do the whole thing, so this video isn't too long. And then what I would do is make sure you have some in the center and then some towards the outside. So let me see if I have any more large ones. I don't want to have to punch any more right now. So you could put one kind of on the outside so it hangs off a bit, because you do want to cover as much as the base as you can. It's okay if some of it shows, and do that. And then what I'll do is I'll put a little dot of glue on each one of these. And since these are the large shape, I'll put the medium on top. And I've seen this done different ways. I kind of tried to see what I like. And I liked putting the smaller size directly in the same position as the one underneath it. And what I mean by that, for example, is I saw some people taking it and putting it on top and making it look, doing it opposite and doing more, so it fills in more space. I just liked it the other way better, so I did mine like this. So you do what you like, and you can try it both ways and see what you like the best. Let's see if I have any more just to show you this. Here's another medium size. I have some like white here. I just have a lot of scraps of these flowers, so I'm just randomly putting different ones on there so you can see what it looks like. So you can really use anything. Using more than 2 colors would look fantastic. So you can see where this is going. If just say you didn't have any medium and you wanted to put something on this one that was small, you could do that as well. So you could put a large and a small together. You could put a medium and a small. You could put a large and a medium. It's really up to you. And to cover the bottom, I definitely made each one a double layer. So I'm going to do it. And nothing has to be exact or perfect, because flowers are not perfect. And then I would cover as much as the bottom as I could. And then take my dual tip pen and use the fine point side. And I like to just in the center put 1 dot. And this, I'm using black right in the center. It's a couple different reasons. I think it gives it a more finished look, and it also pushes it down to make sure it's glued on there pretty good. So you can see how I did that. And then you're just going to build around this and then when you get close to the end and you really just want to fill in, you could take your extra little pieces. I'll show you on this one. Just take your extra little pieces, and I'm going to put a dot of glue right here, and don't even worry about putting a double layer, and stick it down. And if you really want to make sure it's stuck down good, do your dot on it and you push it down, and it makes the leaves kind of pop up a little, so it gives it a little bit of, I don't know if you can see that, it gives it a little bit of dimension if you do that. So let me do a couple other ones just to show you how cool that is. So I'm going to take a couple of these small ones. I'm just going to put it right on there, take my pen and make my dot, but push down a little harder, and it gives it a 3D look. Actually, I'm going to put one over here. It's kind of a wasted dot, but that's okay. It will dry clear. And I'm going to just go like that. And it gives it kind of some of these leaves are kind of popping up, and it gives it like a 3D. And I need to stick that down a little bit better. There we go. And it looks really good. And then one last thing what I did is these last two leaves, and I do this after I'm finished with the inside, or at least around the edges, is I put a foam square on the back, and I popped up a big one, and I popped up the small one over here, and that also gave it some dimension. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm going to show it as close as I can. You can see how a couple of them are sticking up. If you really wanted to, these are really small, but you could use some foam square to pop up some of these. I find it's kind of hard because it's really small. You'd have to take your foam squares and cut them really tiny, but I don't think you really have to. So, but that's it. That's my hydrangea with the new punches from Creative Memories in the Hydrangea Haven collection. And if you want to order online, I'd love for you to shop with me. If you don't have an advisor, my website is scrapwicked.com. If you want to join my team is Team Scrap Wicked. Just send me a message. Thank you.